Hey bookworms. So there's one book that I'm constantly seeing on Tumblr for the past couple months, and bearing in mind it's not even just from book blogs, it's from everywhere, and people are posting this book next to nail polishes, next to fairy lights, next to glitter, and this book is Sweet Little Lies by Conrad. Now originally I thought Conrad was a person from the only way is Essex, and I thought that this was her autobiography, and so I got a bit confused as to why so many people were reading it. I was like, oh, is it really that great a book? Do people love her this much? But after a while I caved and googled it and found it was actually a novel, not an autobiography. And the other day I saw it in a charity shop, and so I gave into the hype and thought, you know what, for £1.50 I might as well see why everyone's so obsessed with this book. So I bought it. It only took me a couple of days to read. I started reading it when I was reading My Name is Memory, and I literally finished it in about 3 days. Bearing in mind I've had exams, that's pretty good going, and it just kind of shows you how easy this book is to read. This book is actually part of a series, and I did not realise this until I went onto Goodreads to see other people's opinions of the books after I'd finished, and found out it was actually the second in a series of 3. Now, reading this book, I had no idea. Everything you needed to understand this story was given to you, and I figured everything that it kept saying about the past couple months, I thought that was just kind of like pre-knowledge to help you understand this story. But now I kind of realise it was from the previous book. It's just kind of like a reminder of what happened in the first book. But this book is about 2 characters, Jane and Scarlett, who move to LA and get their own reality TV show. Now this book starts with Jane having had an affair with her boyfriend's best friend, and a photographer saw it, took some photos, and there's a massive scandal, so she runs away to Mexico. So this story starts with her in Mexico. Now initially I thought this was quite refreshing because there was like no build up to the event, it just kind of went bam, she's cheated, like the book starts from there. And the story is basically about her trying to piece together her image after this scandal, trying to fix her relationship with her best friend Scarlett, trying to like develop her relationship with Madison and fix her relationship with Jesse and just all that sort of stuff. And like I said, I thought it was quite refreshing for a story to start halfway through the scandal, whereas now I realise that the first book would have been the lead up and it would have been left on the cliffhanger for the second book to kind of carry on from. So this book is actually really easygoing to read. It's the type of book I feel that you'd want to take with you on holiday to read around a pool because it's really not taxing for you. But to be honest, I don't think it's really that well written. I know this is going to sound really stereotypical and I don't mean to be offensive, but if you kind of look at the author, the way she writes is the way I would expect her to write. Like, she writes very like modern day, very colloquial. She has text abbreviations in the story, and sometimes I like that if it fits the scenario. And I guess this time it kind of did make sense because there were young people in LA in a reality TV show, but I don't know, it just kind of felt like unprofessional. But that's pretty much the end of this review because I don't really have anything else to say about this book, to be honest. I think I'd probably give it about 2 out of 5 stars because the story, it was bearable, but it wasn't anything unique, it wasn't anything amazing. It's just a bit naff, really. And once again, a book's ending has left me feeling slightly unsatisfied. I'm not sure what's going on between her and several of the characters in the book because they had a fight and then just were never mentioned again, really. The only thing is, though, the fact it is a trilogy and this is only the second book, everything that's kind of left unresolved in this book, there's a chance that they're going to be mentioned and kind of worked through in the third book, slightly developed maybe, and kind of resolved then. So I'm not sure how those things are going to end, and I don't think I'm going to read the next book to find out, to be honest. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.